I was just meeting with someone, and her father's time is growing short. He is terminally ill, and so this adult daughter is wondering what to ask him and what to capture, how to spend their time together. And it was such a beautiful, brave question about having the foresight of knowing that our time together is limited. We don't always know how limited, but that it is limited. So what kinds of conversations could we have now that would potentially foster healthy grieving in the future and a continued sense of connection? So as a doula, I encourage people to have these meaningful conversations, whether it's about the past and capturing life stories, doing an informal or formal life review, reminiscing together. But for this person, they had already done that. They had actually already written a book together about his past, which is wonderful. And she said it was amazing what was illuminated in that experience. And so in addition to that, I encouraged her to think about, if it wasn't too difficult for her emotionally, to think about putting herself in the headspace of, if there were a time that I could no longer access my person, what would I wish I could have said or asked about? So this could be something that you would want to share yourself, a side of you, a piece of you, something close to your heart that you would want to share or express to this person. But it could also be questions about this person's opinions, perspectives, maybe if they have specialized knowledge or skills. They might be sort of the go-to person for something in particular, and you've always kind of taken that for granted and never really fully understood how they have developed those sort of skills and that knowledge. So maybe now's the time to ask about it. That way, if there does come a time that you can no longer directly ask this person, you have had the conversation, and to consider capturing it, because it can be really powerful to be able to hear your person's voice again, and maybe have a video as well of that conversation that's captured. I did this with my grandmother as her dementia was really setting in, and I could tell that she was having more difficulty accessing older memories and some of the information that she had carried, some of the wisdom. So for her, cooking was always really important, and she would show her love, demonstrate her love really through nourishing her family with cooking. And she had this Chilean Italian fusion of cooking. So I wanted to try to capture some of the recipes that she was really known for in our family, and the foods that became tradition for us. So I asked her to recount how to make things like empanadas for our family. And although she had some difficulty pulling all the details together for it, it was enough that it was beautiful to revisit those memories, to take a walk down memory lane together, and to be able to hear her voice after she did die. So I encourage you to think about, what conversations can you have now with the people who mean most to you? What questions can you ask them about themselves, about their past, about maybe what they have endured or survived, what they've learned, their accomplishments, their strength, their priorities, what they value in life, and some of their specialized knowledge, so that you can capture some of that wisdom in more lasting form.